This is going to be the last solo video that I make pertaining to Freddie Lee. I've decided, well, it's been a while now that it's been bothering me personally that I continue to respond to Freddie. And last weekend's seminar with real martial artists like Dan Inosanto and Francis Fong just totally revitalized me and helped me to appreciate how small Freddie really is in the scope of the martial arts world. Now, I've known about an article that came out last spring where Eddie Bravo and Bas Rutten respond to Freddie Lee. And I haven't mentioned it because in general, I mean, I think they were put on the spot with an interview, so they had to say something. But in general, I think most of the guys that Freddie has insulted have just taken the high road and ignored it. Because who's Freddie to them? I on the other hand, have a history with FMK. And so I kind of feel like I had to say something. But at this point, I'm ready to take the advice of Bas Rutten and Eddie Bravo and combined. And when asked about Freddie Lee, Bas Rutten basically said, well, the guy's an idiot, and there's no use fighting with an idiot because they're gonna beat you down with their superior experience. And so, you know, this is how he shrugged off that question. And it's true. Freddie is relentless. He won't give up so long as you continue to respond to him. He's going to continue making these ignorant, insulting videos. Video that he posted yesterday, which was another one of his brilliant rap, trying to be Tupac Shakur wise flows, where he's rhyming words like watch with words like watch in his lyrical brilliance. In that particular case, last night, I believe his last lines were directly insulting my wife. So that would continue on. For as long as I fed it, I believe. Sorry, the school buses got a little bit loud. So yeah, you know, I think feeding the dispute or the discussion or the discourse or whatever you want to call it is just going to perpetuate perpetuate the idiocy, in Bas Rutten's terms. Eddie Bravo, on the other hand, was a little bit more forgiving, and he just said, you know, it's pretty clear that Freddie Lee is ignorant. He doesn't know. He doesn't know and understand jiu-jitsu, and so we can forgive him and don't have to judge him on that, because like Eddie said, even he himself was in that same boat where at a time he didn't understand it, and it wasn't until he tried it that he realized what it was and how important it was to train jiu-jitsu. So that's true with myself as well. I mean, there was a time when I harbored sentiments similar to Freddie's, and because I just really investigated and began to appreciate jiu-jitsu, I wasn't totally closed to it, but I didn't totally understand it either. Because of that, I can relate to an extent, but there's also a definitely a part of Freddie Lee that falls into that Bas Rutten perspective, that the guy's an idiot. If he was not an idiot, with all of his years of obsessing on the martial arts, he would see the utility of jiu-jitsu and be able to look beyond his homophobia. That hasn't happened, and it probably won't. I'm going to post the link to the brief excerpts of Eddie Bravo and Bas Rutten that I'm referring to, so that everybody can go check him out for themselves. But like I said, I think they were caught off guard with the interview, and when you think about all the people that Freddie has insulted in the martial arts community, you see that for the most part, people just ignore him because he's kind of a joke, and to respond to him only feeds his fire. I myself am not going to completely ignore Freddie Lee, mainly for reasons of a sense of responsibility, because I was actually involved in FMK and heavily involved. I think that I have a responsibility to respond as a contrary voice, in this case, to the ignorance that Freddie's perpetuating or putting out there. At the same time, though, I don't want my life to be about being the altar of Freddie. There's part of me that doesn't mind being Freddie's nemesis online. But there's another part of me, a little voice that tells me all this stuff is making me into a joke, in the same way Freddie's a joke. And yet there's another little voice that's saying the whole reason that some of these people are paying any attention to these videos and to what's going on is for the drama. This is, in a sense, a new version of reality TV being played out online with real participants showing their real lives and their real dramas. And I appreciate that. In a sense, that's an important aspect of what I'm hoping that people will appreciate from my channel. Not the drama per se, but what I'm trying to show is the real life incremental nature of the personal development of anyone, and certainly of an autodidact like myself, and the way that I'm patching all of my different life projects together. You know, I hope that the video journaling itself of that process will be of interest to an audience of some kind. Same time, I appreciate that drama is an attractant, that drama can be a hook to keep people engaged in a kind of a ritual narrating and working out shared meanings and various cultural issues. You know, my training in anthropology has certainly taught me that these kind of dramatic rituals, conflict, are important. This is why, for now, I'm not going to completely shut the door on discussion about Freddie Lee, but I am going to discontinue making these type of solo videos where I'm speaking broadly to whoever's listening and responding to Freddie directly. What I'd like to do in the future is I'll continue to respond in type, in comments, to anybody that has questions about my perspectives on Freddie. I'll also respond in Skype interviews or discussions, record those sessions, and put them online for others to see. So, in this sense, what I'm trying to do is foster more participation in the dialogue. If that's what it's going to be, if it's important for us to discuss these things and kind of work around differences of opinions and shared meanings and all this kind of thing, then I'd rather be actually communicating, you know, directly live with someone else. I think that would be more interesting. So I am opening the door. It's been open a while, but I guess I'm just reconfirming that the door is open to those kind of live online discussions. But you won't see another video like this of me just spending my own time talking about Freddie and those issues. So that's what I have to say for this morning. It's both in response, in a way, to his video yesterday, his Wise Flow, where he is obviously insulting my wife at the end, and to his video regarding killing the master. He has no idea as yet what that can actually mean. But anyway, doors open, and I know I do have at least one interview lined up already. If there's more, there's more.